Hi, this is Cindy. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be playing around a little bit with some Christmas cards. But before we play around with those, I have something to show you. So there was a woman nearby me who is getting rid of almost all of her craft stuff. I could not go to her garage sale over the weekend, and she very graciously this past Wednesday opened up her garage for me to take a look at what was left. And oh my glory, wait till you see what I picked up at this garage sale. So first of all, for $3, this is a mostly full paper pack from Park Lane. It's called Sonoma, and I just love the colors in this. This is very much a southwestern set of colors, but not necessarily patterns. So I just really like that. And I thought for $3, I will buy that. She didn't have any stamps that I was interested in. She had a lot of all the acrylic stamps she had already sold. And she had sold a lot of the wooden block stamps, but she had, the ones she had left all had words on them, and they were not words that or sentiments that I'm interested in, or that I have so many already. And I don't use that many stamped sentiments, so I left those there. What she did have, however, and I picked up a lot of these. I have to bring the bag up here because it's heavy and there's a lot of them. She had punches, and I can't wait to start using these punches. Okay, I paused you long enough to get a piece of paper because I really want to see how these punches work and if I'm going to have to do any work with any of them or if they'll just punch. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now I have a little bit of a mess. Let me clean up a little bit of a mess and get you something white so you can see. Oh, look at that. Isn't that really pretty? So that's out of this punch. I have a lot of punches. There's this punch, which I think, now this punch was, is the price still on it? That was $2. She only was charging $2 for that punch, and you know darn well that was a much more expensive punch in its birth. Okay. This one was $3. And look at that and how beautiful it works. Okay, so that's $5 I've spent so far on 2 punches. And what was it? $3 on the other piece. This one really intrigued me. So let's see what this one looks like. I haven't looked at any of these yet, so this is all brand new to me. And I can't see on the bottom of this one. This one doesn't have an open bottom. Okay, I think I have to stand up for this one. Maybe not. It did punch. Okay, I wasn't sure if it punched. Oh, I see. This one makes, it doesn't punch those right out of the thing. It makes, I don't know if you can see it, but it makes little, like, that's up a little bit. Okay, we'll play around with that one. I'm not sure that punched entirely correctly. So we'll play around with that one. Take the hole out of the middle of it. No, I'm not done yet. This one was my find. You have no idea. Well, those of you who do know me, you know that I have been looking for a 1-inch punch forever. Because this is just a plain 1-inch punch. Plain simple hole. Nothing big, right? I have a 1.5 inch and I have a 3/4 inch, but everybody seems to make their digitals for 1-inch punches, and I don't have a 1-inch punch. So when the whole thing, this was $3. This was worth it right there. That was worth the whole trip. Okay, this was the second one that was worth the trip, and I'm really hoping this works well. Let's see. Oh, beautifully, beautifully. And then it comes out the bottom. I now have, look at that. Isn't that great? This one was $5. This was the most expensive punch that I got. That was $5. You know darn well that that was worth a lot more than $5. And I have one more in here. And this is also a Stampin' Up. This one and this one, these are both Stampin' Up ones. I'm not sure where the other ones came from. I haven't really looked carefully. But this one does a little one. So I have, let's see, this one, and 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 this one, plus the pad of paper, $20. $20. How could I leave it? I had to try and get these. Absolutely. So let me put this paper away, and now we're going to get out those Christmas cards. Because these I will use as embellishments on various and sundry projects. But I'm going to set those aside for the moment. Move all of you aside, get rid of you, and bring back those Christmas cards. Because now I'm thinking we have the opportunity to cut up some of these Christmas cards into some cool tags. So let's start with this one. I have 2 of this particular one. So let's cut that up into, I'm going to pull that up a little bit so I can see what I'm doing on it. Do I want that or do I want, I think I want the house. Let's take, but I want a little bit more of the house than it's going to give me. So I'm going to cut off just a little bit down here. So I can fit my, there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. And now look at the tag I have. I can use that as a tab. I can use it any way I want out of my cards. Let me toss that one away. But I have this section. Do I want to do that this way? Tell you what, let's get that tree. I should probably take my $3 tag off of that now. Put it over there. There, now I have a tree. Now I do have this great big white space. And I think we can get some really nice, again, this one doesn't, I can't flip it over and see from the bottom on this one. It's not an open bottom. There it goes. And oh, look at that. Isn't that, I like that a lot. Okay, and I think we can get another one out. Oh, it is an open bottom. Duh. Okay, that one was $2. So we're going to move that one out of the way. I have a lot of red stuck in there, but I think they'll come out when I do it this way. Let's see what happens. There it is. Now I've got 2 out. There we go. That clips all those out of there. Set that aside. I have this, but that's a really big circle. I was thinking about a tag for this one, but I have this one I might do on the Sizzix because I would like to have that bigger. But I think what I'm going to do for now to make this a little bit neater is just to cut off these extra pieces and toss those. Now I'm going to set, actually, you know what? I can get one more out of here. Let's get one more out of there. I know I probably should have done that star, but this one goes a little bit hard, but it's okay because I do like how that's coming out. All right, so now I have 3 of those. Let me just chop off my extras. And I'm going to save this because I think I want to make a tag, but I want to make a bigger tag, and I have to do that on my Sizzix. Because I do have a tag maker on my Sizzix, but it's very, very large. All right, this is the back end of a card. And I'm wondering if I can get That again looks like it's a bigger tag. Let me try something different here. What else do I have over here? Excuse me. I can't get a hold of them. Can't pick them up. Okay, here we go. This one is just a plain piece of paper. Sandy and Dennis, thank you very much for sending this card to people I don't know. A lot of these cards were given to me by someone I've only met a couple of times, and they had saved them. And I'm going to make a bunch of tags out of these. This is out of the solid back end. Now, I can easily cover that. I can easily make a bunch of these out of white or out of lined paper and cover the back ends of these. Now, when I do that, it says American Greetings, so I don't want to use that for that. Do I want to use my big one? Can I use my big one? I think not, but let's give it a shot. Well, I can get one out from my big one. Can I get anything out of here? Finding the right place to put that in is not as easy as I'd like. Okay, this is very tight. Ow, stop pinching yourself. But I got another one out. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tags out of the back end of a Christmas card. This is recycling at its best, I'll tell you. And these cards, they're so pretty. There's so much to them. See, I've got more here of this one, but I think now that I've got this one and I've got these already out of it, I think I'm going to wait. Actually, you know what? Maybe out of this part. Let's try this one. Let's see what we get out of... Tell you what, you might as well do it out of this one since we've already kind of been playing around with it. Standing up. This one works really hard, or seems to, and then it doesn't. I mean, it's already cut, and I'm pushing down on it. Now you can see the 3D a little bit more in this one. So I can put it this way, and it's raised up. I can put it this way, and the outside is raised up. That's really pretty. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, we started on a couple of these others, and I was thinking I would do some tags out of this one. Okay, this one never got separated, so let me separate that out. This one says, the ornament of a house is the people who frequent it. And I do like that sentiment. Do I want to leave this card as it is? I have a snowflake in here that I think I'd like to get out with my funky punch, but I can't reach it. So let me get a little bit closer to it. And we can make things out of that, or we can toss it. There we go. Just centering it exactly as I want it. Now I have a nice little snowflake. And that cost me absolutely nothing. This was an old card. I'm going to get rid of that card. I am going to take my $2 sticker off of here maybe. It is a little bit stuck on there. So let me see if I can get that off. There. I've used that card. My expensive $5 one. This is the most expensive thing that I bought. Was the $5 one. And the $3 one. This is my $3 hole punch. I'm going to go grab something else that I want to cut this out of. I'll be right back. Okay, this is a page from Junk Journal Studios, Days Gone By, Red. And I just printed it out this morning. And let me see what I can do about getting just the circles. And I might as well cut some of the straight edges while I'm at it. Okay, that's fussy cutting for later. We'll set that over there. All right. Now my 1 hole punch, or my 1 inch punch. Oh, Oh, look at that. It fits around there exactly right. Because I don't know if you can see that the design goes further off. This is my 1.5 inch. See, that's way too big. That is way the heck too big. So let's try my 1 inch. The 1 inch is almost a little bit too small. But that's what we're going to get. We're going to get that. These look like they're perfect 1 inches. This looks like a perfect 1 inch. There we go. So, obviously I have lots of uses for the 1 inch punch, and this is part of it. I still have some extras left over from the other stuff. So anyway, you're looking for an idea for what to do for Christmas? Go ahead and grab your Christmas cards, turn them into tags, turn them into things that you can then use in your scrapbooking. I'm looking here to see what I've got. Okay, I'm going to need my bigger punch, I think, for these, because I want that whole house, and I want this whole thing with what's her name there, or what's her name, with the little horsey. All right. So if you are enjoying these videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Click the like button to let YouTube know that you like them. And don't forget, sometimes your cutter is all you need. Now I have a nice base. I'm going to get rid of some of the white space at the bottom that I know is just supposed to be snow, but it kind of overpowers. So look at that. Now I have another card that I can use. It's blank on the other side. I have a 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly that I can use just as it is. Again, I think I got too much white space on the bottom. There we go. Now I have another card. So now I have 2 cards out of 1 Christmas card. I can put them in the same journal. I can put them in different journals. Anyway, have fun with your Christmas cards and your punches and play around and see what you come up with. I am absolutely loving these punches, especially those. All right, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the like button to let YouTube know that you like them, and the bell for notifications. I am probably going to be doing a walkthrough Wednesday this week, so make sure you have that bell clicked so that you know what's coming out. Till later, this is Cindy signing off.